Hello, is this... Hey, okay, fucking finally. Jesus. Alright, sorry. Just fucking... I've been trying to record this for fucking a whole, 3 minutes now. And fucking the microphone wouldn't work. But, here we are. Welcome to another episode of the Comedy's Dead podcast. Why am I peaking so much? Dude, this mic sucks. Alright? It's not picking up enough. And when it does pick something up, it's way too high, so then I have to mix it too low, and then I sound like I'm doing a fucking NPR show. Alright, I'm in a fucking mood right now. Jesus. Alright, welcome to another episode of the Comedy's Dead podcast. A little late on this one, but, I don't really have an excuse. Alright, I wasn't busy yesterday. Alright, I stayed home, besides dropping some equipment off for some shows I was running the last couple weeks. But I'm fucking out of it, alright? My sleep schedule is so fucked. And I'm not even, drinking anymore or anything like that. I'm not fucking staying I have no reason to be up. I just can't fucking go to bed. But I'm exhausted all day, and then the second it hits midnight, my brain's like, we gotta accomplish some stuff. It's fucking, I don't know, man. Fucking working outside in the cold. I think I have sad guys. I don't know. Welcome to another episode. How's it going? I don't know. Dude, somebody was telling me I gotta do a video for this shit to get some content out there. But I don't know. Dude, do you know how much I would hate myself staring into a camera for fucking 3 hours while I do 3 hours? None of these are over an hour. Staring into a camera while I record this fucking podcast. Like I'm some talking head on Fox News or something. I would feel like I was fucking doing an ISIS hostage video or something like that if I was doing that, you know? That's racist. You guys have heard my jokes. Alright, I am what I am. I'm not racist, Jesus. Alright, is this mic in the proper position? What is... Sorry, I'm getting shit together here. Okay, that sounds a little better. Okay, what is... Okay, is this right? Is that right? Okay, that sounds better. I don't know. This sounds bad. I hate this fucking microphone. I need to get a new mic. I got maybe a new mixer. I don't know. It's all it's doing is fucking peaking, and it's driving me fucking insane. Here's the problem, is this, if I record it at, see, now it doesn't sound, okay, that sounds better? I guess? I don't know. Right? Does sound better? Let's see where the fucking condenser part is. Alright. Is the windscreen hurting the recording? Right, that seems like... This is the backside. Is this the backside? That seems like it's what it's more supposed to be. I think I've been recording with the microphone backwards for this entire podcast so far. Because I liked having a little more bass in my voice. I don't know. This sounds better. It's not, I don't think it's peaking as much. It sounds clear, right? Alright. I guess I've been recording this podcast improperly for a good period of time. So that's hilarious. I still think I need a new microphone. This fucking thing sucks. But, I didn't pay for it because, I wouldn't say it was gifted to me. It was, my brother was doing a podcast that I don't know why he was doing. I shit on him every single episode, and it's a good running bit. He called me today about that. And I know he listens, and it's very funny to me to completely fucking lay into him every single time I record a podcast. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to another episode. What's going on in my life? Let's see. Where was I? What did I do last week? What did I do last Thursday? Did I do a thing? Dude, I'm fucking out of it. Alright, I can't even think. I don't know. This is my very interesting podcast where I say I don't know and take long pauses for a indefinable period of time while I fuck with the microphone that is definitely being used improperly. Okay, that's what I do. Is I just kind of ramble for a while. I have nothing to talk about. All right. What did I do? Did I do an open mic last week? Where was I at last Thursday? Where was I at last Wednesday? What am I? Who are we? Are we all What is reality, guys? I don't know. Where the fuck have I been? I feel like I had some sort of hobbies going on, you know? Right? What open mics aren't there? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Let's see. Friday I was up in Rumney, New Hampshire, doing some fucking show. That was a good time. Although, you know what's funny is I run shows for some people. Basically, they just hire comics to run the shows for them. It's just a smart whatever. But you know, I forget sometimes that I'm like kind of responsible for the show, because there was this like really fucking annoying table in the back, and they were like being chatty during my set, and they were being chatty during the next comic set. But we were doing a good job managing them, and the headliner goes on, and they were just fucking awful, just the most obnoxious audience members you could imagine, just like chirping over every joke, having full fucking volume conversations. They all drove home after the show. I've never seen people so piss drunk and so confident to drive. I was like, this really is the state of live free or die up here. You know, part of me hopes they died, but it's a little too free. Yeah, but dude, they were fucking a lot, and sorry, I'm just fucking with the microphone. They were a pain in the ass. But then, like, after the show, the headliner comes up to me. He's like, hey, did anybody say anything to them? And it wasn't until that moment I was like, oh, yeah, it's my job to be the one who says things to them when they're being annoying. I'm actually running the show. Here's the thing, though. They were all, like, wearing, like, they were all, like, 50-year-old piss-drunk dudes. And one of their sons, who clearly got dropped too many times as a child, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. And it's like, dude, it's me and Ryan Ellington, and if anybody knows both of us, it's like we are not the people to be trying to, you know, bounce audience members, all right? If I'm like, hey, you're going to have to stop talking or you have to go, if they're like, we're not going to go, I'm just going to be like, okay, sure, yeah, you're right, I'm wrong, you're correct. I'm not physically equipped to handle one of you, let alone four of you. Even if you are piss drunk, you know, granted, judging by their age, they might be veterans, but I don't think they killed anybody in a war. Although they could have been in the Gulf. I don't know. Either way. Yeah, but that was mostly missiles. Yeah, there weren't a lot of ground troops in the Gulf War. I don't know, guys. But yeah, no, that's kind of how that show went. It was fine for me and Ryan, and then I felt bad for the headliner. And he was pissed at me, and I was like, you kind of have a reason to be, but I'm not. I don't know. They don't pay me enough to fucking want to physically handle audience members, alright? I'm not that guy. If you want, you hired me to run the show. You didn't hire me to be the bouncer, alright? I would have, the best case scenario is I ask the bar to do it for me, okay? I'm not fucking handling that, alright? I'm not built for it, okay? Some people are like, I'm built different. I'm like, yeah, I am built different. I'm built like a fucking, you know, emaciated 17-year-old. Dude, I found some pictures of me fucking from high school on Thanksgiving because it just came up as a memory. And I forgot that I used to have, like, actual muscles and stuff. You know, I wasn't always this much of a bitch, you know? I mean, maybe, like, in spirit, but not in physicality. I used to be a wrestler, alright? I was a fucking psycho. Now I just have a dormant psycho laying in me that only comes out occasionally. But it is kind of funny to see just the complete lunatic that I can be come out occasionally. Yeah, where was I Saturday? Oh yeah, I did Democracy Brewing in Mendoza. Dude, there were like no audience members at either of those shows. It was fucking brutal. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like, I wasn't feeling good about myself. Did I do something Sunday? Did I? No, I think I stayed in and watched a movie. And then I was down in Bristol, Rhode Island on Monday. Also no audience members at that show. It's been a good couple days of shows that just had nobody there. And then fucking, let's see, I saw Jazz is Dead on Tuesday. You know, that was fun. I got to meet Steve Kimmock again, and also Alfonso Johnson from Weather Report. One of the greatest jazz bassists ever. And Steve Kimmock is like, you know, he was Jerry after Jerry before Phil Lesh and his wife were kind of a dick to him. So that was really fucking cool to get to to meet people like that, and they were both very, very sweet people. I didn't really feel like buying a ticket, so I was just waiting outside in the cold with my finger in the air, hoping somebody would let me in. And not only did I get in, the nice people who gave me the ticket, they were offering to buy me dinner. I was like, no, you can't. I can't let you do that. But they just shared all their fucking food with me, introduced me to Steve Kimock because she used to be a groupie for Zero back when that was a band. And she was very proud of that fact. She was not ashamed to be a groupie, which I respected, We talk about sex positivity in fucking 2024, but, some of these bitches were doing it in the 80s. Yeah, dude, it was fucking, it was really cool, It was just all instrumental, like, jazz rearrangements of Dead songs. And they just really fucking... It was a really, really great show. And then, I took a... Let's see, what did I do? I was supposed to be on Capo yesterday, but that got canceled, and I don't know. I didn't feel like fucking going and doing an open mic, because I don't know. I feel like if I take more than like a day or two off of comedy, I'm just rusty, so tomorrow might be weird, but I also just feel like I fucking, I don't know, man. I can't fucking, you get to bits to a certain point where it's like, I'm not going to get the feedback that I need going to a fucking open mic in Boston where it's just like the same 7 comedians hanging out together and like, being fucking whatever. And by 7, I mean like fucking 60. But, sorry. My bad. I just ate, some fucking Korean food. Yeah, I don't know. You just get to a point where it's just like, I'm not going to get the feedback I need off of this, and then it's just going to fucking piss me off that I spent 2 hours waiting to get up at an open mic just to be like, yeah, that was a waste of fucking time. So you're like kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why I mostly do out mics outside the city, because I feel like a lot of them get real audiences, and if it's not a real audience, it's comics who don't see you that much. So, they actually like listen to what you say and like give you an honest feedback. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I just got a lot of half-baked material that I don't have enough stage time to really dig into because I'm not fucking doing enough long sets. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm getting ready to see the Allman Family Revival tonight at the Orpheum. I got some $18 tickets. The cheapest 2-seat ticket, or single seat, was like $50, so I got 2 tickets for $18 each, but I haven't found anybody who wants to go for $18 yet, so we'll see how that plays out. What's it called? I don't know. What's going on, people? Did you guys see that fucking, I think everybody did, that fucking guy who killed the, United Healthcare CEO? It's fucking, look, these fucking criminals who just rob and pillage good people out of their money and tell people that, conditions that they could eventually die from aren't covered under their fucking insurance, and charge them insane premiums and deductibles just, to have something that's a basic right in pretty much every other major civilized country. I'm not going to feel any empathy. I could say towards their families, but, I feel bad if he has kids for them, but, his wife's rolling around in the blood money, okay? She's not innocent here. It's like, it's not her job, it's like, yeah, okay, it might not be her job, but, like, she's profiting off of him being a fucking piece of shit, okay? That's not, I don't feel bad for these people, ever. I think this should happen to more CEOs, okay? He's fucking, ugh. Why do you think I do fucking comedy and walk dogs instead of have a real job? All right, because at best, you are complicit in what these people are doing because you want a paycheck, okay? At best. You just sit in a fucking office and slave away just to be a lackey in what realistically amounts to a giant criminal gang, which is what most of these companies are, okay? It doesn't matter what industry you're working for, okay? Most of these people are fucking thieves, okay? I don't know, guys. We're retreading a lot of old territory here, but like I said, I'm fucking out of it. All right, I am compensating with nicotine to hope it gets me through, but I don't think it's really working right now. All right. What else going on in the world? We're still waiting on Juan Soto's decision. That's nice. Oh, by the way, about this, the funniest fucking thing, is that this fucking what's it called? The what's it called? The police put out fucking pictures of the alleged guy, and one different jacket and backpack, definitely not the same guy. All right, the NYPD has like a $6 billion budget, and they can't use basic skills to determine whether or not somebody's wearing the same backpack and jacket. Second of all, it is very funny to see how many people on the internet are talking about how bad they wish they fucked the assassin. Because the guy who they did post, objectively decent looking guy. I mean, I wouldn't call it, he's not fucking Chris Evans over there. I think, some of you bitches need some better standards, but, it is pretty fucking funny. I don't know. He like inscribed words on the bullets to send a message to him. I mean, it was like he had a fucking silenced weapon that he had to like fucking I don't know what the term is. I'm not a gun guy. He had to like hand pump it because there's not enough velocity to kick the shells out before each shot. So it was clearly a suppressed weapon. I mean, it was very obviously a targeted hit. There's not enough hitmen these days. I appreciate that. There's not enough assassins. Okay, the world we used to have like a cool world where, I don't know, there was assassins. Okay, people would get assassinated. Now people just get murdered. That's not fun. Murder is bad. Assassination, pretty sick. It's fucking sick. It is. A murderer is a monster, right? But an assassins are cool as hell, dude. Assassin's Creed, that's my favorite video game. It's objectively cool to see somebody, depose somebody who deserves dying and then just vanish into the shadows like nothing ever happened. I think that's fucking sick. Is that like a bleak outlook for the world? I don't know. It's at a certain point you just start to see it as all one big show, right? Just the world is just a big movie we're all watching. Yeah, there's all, real world consequences that we all have to face, but I'm just saying, if more of these criminals on Wall Street and in these companies were a little bit afraid of their lives because of what they're doing to the people, they objectively would rob us less. I don't think that's too bold of a statement. Granted, they're all gonna have they all probably are just gonna hire private security teams and build bunkers, which they're already doing in New Zealand because World War III is about to happen. Anyways, look it up. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Sorry, I shouldn't do things right after I eat, but I don't really have that much time. I don't know, I have to shower, and I don't have shampoo, and now I gotta go to the fucking store, and that's a whole goddamn thing. Alright, I just booked a 3-week fucking trip to Europe, so I'm gonna be backpacking around there for 3 weeks, really 2.5, and then I'm gonna get to Dublin and go to a family wedding. But then from there, I still feel like this is too fucking quiet. I get the cans up and the mic down, and I think it should be the opposite. Yeah, that sounds better. But what's it called? Yeah, so I'm gonna fly into London and then spend a few days there, go to Paris, and I think I'm gonna go to Bayonne, which is considered the wine capital of France, and Burgundy, for a night or two, and then I might go to Lucerne, Switzerland from there, and then to Munich, to Hamburg, to Copenhagen, to Amsterdam, and fly from Amsterdam to Dublin. I'm definitely flying from Amsterdam to Dublin, but how do I get there between? We'll figure it out. I probably got to book the trains and stuff soon, just because the prices are low right now. So I got to figure out what I'm doing with that. But I don't know. I'm so fucking excited. I've never been to Europe, and I'm just gonna try to book as much comedy as possible while I'm out there, because you can do comedy in English in most of those places. A little a little concerned about how some things will translate, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna be so fucking sick. And then, like, of course, the day after I fucking book that, Dead and Company announces they're doing the Sphere again. And quite frankly, I'm so disgusted with what, that whole thing has become. It's just like, like I get it. It's just, it's turning, like, I used to fucking argue with people when they said that Dead and Co was a big money grab, because in the early years it was like, dude, you can get a $45 lawn ticket, it was actually $35 when I started going to shows. You can get a $35 lawn ticket. You don't need to buy the VIP thing, like, because there was a lot of people who, like, didn't know how fucking ticket sales worked, where they were just like, oh, this ticket's $170. It's like, no, that's the resale price. Okay, that's a scalper. If you want to talk about how bots are buying up these tickets and how the band should, force Ticketmaster to use the face value exchange, yeah, of course. But, like, they're charging pretty reasonable prices. You just got to get them. You can get on Cash or Trade or buy them on lot for face value. But, the whole thing used to be, like, you could afford barely to run around the country for a summer, selling shit in the parking lot to get from show to show, and you could survive. You could live off peanut butter sandwiches and whatever. But, now it's just like, yeah, so the cheapest ticket after fees is $165, which is the smallest section, so you have a fat chance of getting that. So, you're probably going to be spending $250 to $300 minimum a show, $400 if you're in the pit. And then you have to go to Vegas, you have to spend at a cheap hotel $200-something a night for a fucking room. Because of course they're doing it during the busy season of Vegas. Why wouldn't they? And then food in Vegas is just completely fucking unaffordable unless you're fucking rolling in dough. And to me, rolling in dough is anybody making over $60,000 a year. But, yeah, I mean, like, it's completely fucking ridiculous. And look, the Sphere was cool, but, like, I'd rather be on, like, a fucking hill in California, or, at Red Rocks, or at Folsom Field, or even at Citi Field or Madison Square Garden. I mean, I would rather do something like that. I mean, MSG, if they do MSG in the fall, I'll be at every single show, like, without a doubt. But, to go to fucking Vegas, and then, like, what, you come out of a show tripping your fucking ass off because it's a dead show, that's what you do, and then you have to sit in a fucking casino all night, it's, it's soul-crushing. It's, like, it's completely antithetical to the whole point of the scene. It's just a giant fucking cash grab. Don't get me wrong, like, I get why the band is so intrigued by the technology that they want to do it. Like, I completely fucking understand that. Because the technological capabilities of that building are fucking insane. Like, what they can do with the haptics and make, the building shake. And, I'm friends with one of the photographers for the band, so he showed me, like, how it actually works. And, like, it's a jam band. It's supposed to be, like, open-ended. The jams are timed to the second because they're aligned with the visuals. They have to play at specific tempos and BPMs in order to keep things in sync. It's just like, it's not what it should be. And I heard, but I read Bob Weir saying in an interview that, like, they're hoping to develop it to a point where they can, like, control the visuals on stage as musicians, and that they can have, like, song choices so they can, like, choose in the moment which one they could go to and when to go to it. So that, I mean, there is hope that it can actually be like a jam band thing, and that the band will play the visuals, with their instruments, that they can coordinate things where it would send, like, digital signals to the processing, to something that, like, will process it and trigger certain things. And, Jesus, I'm burping like a motherfucker. So that, there is hope with that. Dude, what the fuck? This is why you don't eat eggs before a podcast. Yeah, so, there is hope with that, but, compared to, like, what Phil and friends would have been doing at the same time, like, rest in peace, or, I mean, if the choice is between go to Vegas and spend that money, or go to Hawaii and see Billy, I'm gonna go to fucking Hawaii. I'd rather sit on a beach. I'd rather be outdoors. I'd rather be, in nature. Like, yeah, the visuals at the Sphere are cool. You know who makes better visuals? God. the G man, G person. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm also like, I'm going on a 3-week fucking trip, which I already have the money budgeted, so it's fine. But I'm not gonna have to worry about that necessarily. It's just like, I'm also trying to save. I have the money to move out, but now I'm going on this trip, so I'm just gonna spend the next couple months saving extra to move out, which I would have just had a lot of money to move out. Now I'm just gonna have the money to move out. You know, but it's also like, when else do you have a chance to go on a 3-week fucking trip to Europe? Because a lot of people do this when they're in college or teenagers. But I was on Dead Tour at that time. All right, that was my backpacking, was running around the country following the band. So it is cool that that's gonna happen. But the thing is, it's just like, I wouldn't care that much if I was just like the type of person who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to a weekend of shows, and like, yeah, I don't want to go to Vegas, but the Sphere is cool. But the way it like works, for a lot of us who like, the people who are doing that are either like not obsessives, or they're people who did it all when they were younger and they've had 50 years, with this music, or 40 years with this music, where they're, they've had their fill, so they'll take what they can get now, but they also have lives because they're real adults. So they don't have time to just go to as many shows as possible. And yeah, am I technically an adult? Yeah, I'm about to be 27, but that doesn't matter to me. And but what's it called? It's like, I want to get every single second of, seeing Bobby, Billy, Mickey, and formerly Phil in that I can get. Every time I missed a show when it was on Dead Tour, and I skipped a part of the tour because like I couldn't afford it, or because logistically it was a pain in the ass, and I was bumming rides and hopping on trains and buses and planes when I needed to if the flight was cheap. That was like one thing, but then when it becomes like a thing of like, so like all those shows I missed, Gillette 19, I fucking tripped my ass off and I didn't get to bed till real late, and I didn't know somebody was doing like construction work in my room, so the plan was sleep in all day, drive to New York, catch the Citi Field show, then drive back after the show. And John played Jerry's Guitar Wolf that night. Still kills me. It kills me every time I miss a show. So it's like, the amount of times I like saw Phil and friends at the Cap, there's those like 3 or 4 shows that I could have made that I didn't make. All that type of stuff kills you. And granted, I make a lot more money than I did in those days, so like, I wouldn't have to miss those shows now. But it's like, these guys are old, and this music means a lot to me, and the community means a lot to me, and like every chance I get to see it, I want to see it. So it's like making it a situation like the Sphere, where it's like completely inaccessible to do a lot of shows, unless you're in a, you're old enough and in a life position where you can do something like that. It's like, I don't know, it sucks. It just sucks. It really sucks that they're doing this again. I'll probably catch the last weekend, because whatever the last shows are of any run, that's what I'm gonna catch now. But like I said, if they were at MSG, I'd do all the MSG shows I could. But that's not what the deal is right now. So I'm looking forward to Grateful Dead 60th if they do it. I want to see Billy play with those guys. He wants to play with those guys. Doesn't seem like Bobby wants to play with him, which is a fucking travesty. But because Billy's the one who actually wants to keep the real Spirit of the Dead open. He wants to fucking play new songs every night, and he wants to jams that don't have a trajectory that we've seen before, and be more open-ended with it, and just who cares about perfection? Let's just play. Whereas Bobby clearly wants it to be this perfect thing of storytelling and creating this like synesthetic experience that like touches your soul. And Billy wants to do the same thing, I guess, but in just a very different way. But and it just doesn't feel the same. It really doesn't. The ballads do not hit the same way with Jay on drums. The jams are a lot heavier and funkier and more danceable with Jay, but they lose that like fucking where the fuck are we jazziness of with Billy. So I don't know. This has been like 20 minutes of talking about the Grateful Dead, and most of you probably don't care that much, but yeah, I don't know. I knew they were going to announce more Sphere shows, but I was really, really fucking disappointed about it. Because it's just like, I don't want to do this again, but I know I'm going to do it again because I want to see as many shows as I can. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I can't control anything here. Yeah, what else is going on? I'm already at 30 minutes. If I have to cut it at 30-ish, I'm going to do that because I got stuff to do, I'm tired, and my brain's not working. So, Corbin Burns, where's he signing? Let's see. Is there a tsunami in wherever? Oh yeah, there's an earthquake in Northern California. I want to see if this tsunami is happening. Doesn't necessarily look like it. Let's see. It might have been like a small tsunami. I don't know if it actually happened. Did it happen? Did the tsunami come? I don't know. I don't know. Twitter's not really saying anything about this whole thing. Sorry, this isn't that interesting. I'm aware of that, okay? What do I got going on this weekend? Alright, I'm going to be up in, Portland, Maine tomorrow. When is that? What's today? Today's the 5th. So I'm going to be in Portland, Maine on the 6th and 8th, up at Empire Comedy Club. I think I'm going to get, like, a little Airbnb in, like, a fucking cabin. Just chill out in the woods, read a book, and then, you know, I got a blend in Portsmouth on Saturday. And then I'm going to drive home after that because it's like 45 minutes. And then I'm going to go back up to Portland on Sunday. You know, yeah, I'm aware that I should just stay up there for the entire weekend. But, you know, you boys trying to budget here, okay? I'm trying to be a smart person now. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun weekend. I'm really excited to do Empire. You know, early and late show fucking Friday. And then a showcase on Sunday. You know. Let's hope the weather holds up so I'm not, you know, I can actually, like, do cool shit, you know, check out whatever. And then, you know, yeah, let's see. Where am I next week? Do I have anything next week? I'm gonna go see Hot Tuna a couple times on, Monday and, on Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. I might catch the Tuesday. I'm gonna go. We all know me. And then, yeah, and then I got, like, nothing booked next weekend, so I think I'm going to go to New York. But, you know, we'll see. You know, it's been a very good run the last few weeks of shows. I'm so tired. My boss is just coming back from paternity leave, so I'm going to make a little less money, but I'm also going to feel a lot better because I'm not just going to be fucking working myself to the bone like I have for the last 6 weeks. Because, dude, I'm fucking spent. And I know it's like, well, yeah, that's the problem. It's like, I've been, you know, busting my ass, you know, trying to run this fucking company, and then, and I'm not doing the back end stuff like he's doing, because I just don't have the bandwidth to fucking answer calls all day, and text, and work out the schedule, and all that fucking bullshit, but, you know, I also fucking, like, you know, then I'd go out and do comedy all night, every night. And actually, the more I work at my day job, the easier it is to go out and do comedy at night, because I'm just in the momentum of shit. Whereas, if I come home and I'm doing nothing and just sitting on my ass and I want to fucking get up again. But then, you know, every night I have off, it's like, alright, let me go on a date. Let me go fucking hang out with my friends. Let me go to a concert. Let me do whatever. So it's just like, I haven't been staying in. And I have, I guess I didn't on Tuesday. But I did last night, which is good. I did Sunday. Yeah, I just gotta fucking relax, dude. I gotta, like, I have to rest. I have to rest my soul. I have to rest my brain. Because, you know, the more I work myself to the bone, the less new ideas I have. You know, it's just, I'm not feeling that creative. I'm overtired. it is what it is. You gotta fucking get your shit together sometimes, but, you know, comedy is it's the priority here. It's not being an adult, okay? Let's be clear about one thing. I'm here to be funny. I'm not here to be, I'm not gonna buy property, okay? I don't have time to maintain it unless I'm a full-time comic, and I'm not that, you know? I'm supposed to work all day and then, take care of, household chores and then go out all night and then have, a woman in my life be mad at me that I'm not giving her enough attention, even though, I'm not doing enough stuff around the house. I don't need all that in my life right now, okay? I'm just not ready to fucking, to settle down in any sense. Not that I don't want a relationship, but, like, I'm just not ready to fucking deal with any of that. I don't have the bandwidth. I really fucking don't, alright? If I have an afternoon off on a weekend, the last thing I want to fucking do is go to brunch and fucking hang out with your friends all day and find a bunch of activities to do, alright? I want to sit on my fucking ass. Okay, that's all I want to do. I just want to fucking relax. Because I don't. I'm fucking burnt. You guys can tell, alright? I just don't have it in me right now. But I have hit 36 minutes, so that's pretty good. It's just I'm forcing myself to talk off the top of my head for fucking 40 minutes, even when I have nothing. And that's, did I have anything else? Is there anything else I can do to trash women? I don't know. Let's see. I think I had one thought. Right. Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll see if this is anything. I don't know. Like, a lot of my fucking best friends are girls, and they just get infuriated at things I say all the time. But that's why our friendship works, because, I'm not getting. I guess I am a man on a podcast talking shit about women, but what's it called? Yeah, dude, I'm not fucking like, I'll say my the things they disagree with to their face instead of, fucking talking about being an alpha. I'm not trying to be anything here, okay? But what's it called? I was just annoyed at because you just hear all this, like, trashing men that they do all the fucking time, about how, like, men are trash and whatever, and then it's like, but if you go, like, yeah, but women do a lot of these same things, the immediate response is like, yeah, well, she is only doing that because she was hurt by a man, and I was like, well, that kind of sounds like victim blaming to me, no? Right? It's just like, it's like, okay, so if I were to mistreat a girl, because I have been hurt before, so I've built a shell around myself, and now I'm just using people for my own purposes, right? That makes me a misogynistic asshole. But if she's doing the same thing, because she's been hurt before, because hurt people, right? This is a mutual thing. Why do we have to act like one group is better or worse than the other, okay? We're all a bunch of fucking apes, okay? We are selfish and controlling animals, okay? Just because the scars you create you can't see doesn't mean they don't exist, okay? Right? Why does this always have to be like a gender war thing? Why does it always have to fucking be like, no, it's because men are bad just to their core, but if a woman does something, here's 17 excuses as to why she did it, okay? But he did it because he's a horrible person, and she did it because she's just working through her trauma. Okay, it seems like we're both in the same thing here, right? If a guy cheats on a girl, well, he's just a selfish piece of shit, but if a girl cheats on a guy, it's like, well, she wasn't happy, and he wasn't fitting her needs. It's like, well, was she fitting his needs, or was she, just expecting him to do a bunch of things for her, and expecting, just the fact that she was with him to be good enough? Okay, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I am just so sick of this shit. I'm sick of dating. That's really what it is. I just want to find a good woman, because they're out there, It's like women, if you're like, men are all trash, it's just like, you guys are just as bad to us, okay? We are all selfish. We all have the things we want and the things we don't really want to do to give people the things they want, okay? That's just how it is. We're not compatible in the sense that I'm not going to sacrifice anything I want to do within a certain reason. You know, because I got my own shit going on, and you know, I'm not gonna drop everything for you know, someone who it probably won't work out with. That's not true. All right, I always say this shit, and then I'm a complete fucking simp. All right, I know what I am. I'm a huge softy. You know, I talk a big game, but I don't back it up whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know. We're at 40 minutes, so I'm just gonna call it here. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. Do I want to go to this concert? Of course, but do I have the energy? Probably not, but I'm still gonna go anyways, because I got work off tomorrow, so I can stay up too late and not worry about it. Alright, you fuckers, I will be back next week. You know, I'll try to get it out on Wednesday. We'll see what happens. But yeah, alright, everybody have a good one. If you're up in Maine or near Portsmouth this weekend, please come see me. Otherwise, yeah, check back in the pod next week, and have a good one. Peace.